Hey, 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 with these, never mind the nails. I don't know if let me be the first to say that I don't know if I'm going to keep this live stream up. And if I do, that is a treat for you all. But I got to thinking, and it has been, what is today? Today is the 16th. Yeah, 16th of March, 2024. About, we're almost out of a quarter of the year, and 75% to go. But I kind of teetered and tottered with this, going back and forth as to whether or not I should discuss this and if I should share this. And I'm going to omit mainly names, in particular details, because it's about the message and the principle of it rather than any names or anything. Plus, we're not messy over here. But one thing that I have been thinking about and I have been nudged to share is just mainly about knowing what you're worth and what you accept as far as how people treat you, man, woman, whoever it is. No matter what, you need to know your worth. And I was reminded of that roughly about 2 weeks ago. And there was a situation that presented itself, and it's like, well, how do you want to respond to that? How do you want to respond to that? And then I was like, well, did I do something to trigger something? And see that's the beauty of having that conviction there, because you can always converse with God, and it's just like, well, hey, did I do something? Did something trigger this? Cause for every reaction, however it goes. And then when I walked away, I'm like, well, there couldn't have been possibly anything that I've done. I'm just searching high and low. But it reminded me that the situation presented itself, and the person threatened further communication with me, and it caused me to go back and look at why they were doing it at the first place. I say all that to say this: if a person is only offering you, okay, I'm only going to offer you this, and it's considered either trash behavior, or it's considered, oh, I'm just going to offer you this when I know you're worthy of more. Like, the best example to use: if you as a woman, you are meeting men, and in passing, you going and minding your business. The thing is, what they offer you is what they feel you're worth. And if you don't advocate for yourself, you let your Father in heaven do that first. Then he'll tell you how to advocate for yourself. Then he's only going to give you what he thinks you're worth. So if that means he's going to give you the bare minimum, we're not talking about you got to own the whole world and carry the whole world on your shoulders. What we're saying is, if he offers you the bare minimum, you're not advocating for yourself, and you deserve more. I encourage you to advocate for yourself, because you do deserve more. So I'm using that as an example. You deserve a whole lot more than that. And I start looking at the situation, I'm like, you not only threaten further communication with me, but the way in which you presented your communications to me just let me know that, first of all, you came at me wrong. I'm telling you the stuff we got to deal with as creators and stuff like that. I'm like, you're coming at me this way, and you're thinking I'm going to accept this, when I know that I don't accept that. And I even called you out on those things. Now, I wish you well, but the thing is, I'm not accepting the bare minimum. I'm not accepting that. I have to set an example. I have to set an example for the future generations. I'll put it like that. Myself as a woman, I have to set an example. That means I can't accept you just sending messages or either threatening things or You please come correct. Please come correct. We deserve better. Us queens deserve so much better. You have to come correct. And if you're accepting any and everything, they're not going to make an effort to do anything more. It would be using that example. And at that moment, I just said, you know what? I got to forgive you. Cool. Because I don't want it on my conscience. I don't want it affecting me. I don't want to be going to sleep and it's that thing is still lingering over my head. You know what? I forgive you. Cool. If you threaten not to talk to me no more, cool. I just want to let you know that, you know, how you was coming at me was not it. We're all adults here. Have a conversation. Not this to the side stuff and you doing everything else but directly having a conversation. Someone is asking you a question, you need to either answer it or either say that I need more time to. You see what I'm saying? Just the basics. The basics. This is not shade. Like I'm appalled that this is still happening with adults. And then use an example of for us single ladies. Don't accept the bare minimum. Must he build? Now that don't mean he got to build you streets full of gold. He can get pretty close, you know. Cubic zirconia, crusted floor. And I think I've seen things like that, like in home decor. But the point I'm trying to make is don't accept bare minimum. They offer you, hey, I'm gonna throw you like 3 cookies. No. Why are you accepting? Why are you accepting just minimum value steak sauce when you the filet mignon? You feel me? Why? Bible says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. If that don't tell you anything, I don't know what else to tell you. God knows the literal exact amount of hairs on our head, including the ones about to come in as we're washing and the new growth comes in. He knows the numbers of grains of sand on the ground. My minds couldn't even fathom that, and our mind would be scrambled trying to just figure it out and count the little grains of sand hanging on the corner of the doorstep on the porch outside. Excuse my accent. Know what you're worth. It reminded me that, okay, well, I can't find anywhere where I've done anything. You won't have a conversation with me, a direct conversation with me. It's just, first of all, I'm gonna need you to clear your throat and speak out how you feel instead of threatening no more communication with me. Like, I don't know you from a can of paint from a hole in the wall. Forgive people. Life way too precious. And if they threaten to not speak to you again, and you know they have not approached you right in the first place, let them go about their business. And using the example I used as a woman, if they just offer you bare minimum, please walk away, sister. Please do that. For your sanity, for your peace of mind, for what I know you are worth so much more, my sister. Preaching to the choir and preaching to myself. Please set the standard and stick to the standard. Stand on business and then stand on the Bible too. And I'm not just saying that to sound good. I've been thinking about this for the last few days, within these last 2 weeks. Stand on business, stand on Bible, because people will give you what they think you are worth. And if you accept it, they're going to think, oh, cool, I'll just throw a couple cookies at her. I'll just do this. And no, if you notice here on this channel, of course, you can go look. You can go look. The amount of effort and everything, that's I owe that to God alone. He gets all of the credit. All of it. At times, maybe some people may have thought that, oh, you're doing too much. No, you're never doing too much when you're following what God tell you to do. And I think I'm going to end it on that note. And I don't know if I'm going to keep this up. But if you didn't pick up anything else from today's live, is to know your worth and don't accept anything less than that. And that's been sticking with me for these last 2 weeks. Something I had to carefully pull apart, process, and analyze. If you know and you've searched in your heart and it's like, did I do anything wrong? You're trying to fix it. They're not allowing it. Cool. Forgive yourself. Forgive the person. Go on about your business. If you'd like to see more of my chats in particular, I call them girl chats for now, then if I do decide to keep this video up, on the top or the bottom here on this live stream, I'm gonna link you to the rest of the girl chats that I have, which can kind of work, depending on the subject for the gentleman as well. Until next time, know your worth.